Hello friends, in this video I'm going to be talking about the composition. This is another kind of arithmetic operation which is performed in some different way than we saw in addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So let's go ahead and get started. So composition is basically either fog or GOF if you have two function f of x and g of x. Alright, so you'll write down O in between, and then according to that your answers will change. So if you have f o g of x, that's equal to f of g of x, whereas if you have g o f of x, it will be g of f of x. And what does that mean is whenever there is a x term in f, you will replace with g of x, and if in case of g of f, you will replace x term with f of x term. So let's solve one example, and after that we will take another example into consideration where you can solve it yourself, and then I will go ahead and give you the answers for that one also. So the first example is f of x, where f of x is equal to 3x squared plus 7 and g of x is equal to 4x minus 1. So for this one, I'm gonna calculate f o g of x first in this case. So it will be f of g of x. Now in this case, I have my g of x, which is 4x minus 1. I will replace this g of x with this one right here. So I will get, in this case, f of my g of x is 4x minus 1, so I'm gonna replace that g of x with 4x minus 1. Now in f of x, I have x squared term here. I'm gonna replace that x squared with 4x minus 1. I'm gonna replace this x squared over here. So I will get 3 times 4x minus 1 parenthesis square plus 7. Now you have solved this parenthesis of a minus b parenthesis square. So a minus b parenthesis square is equal to a square minus 2 times a times b minus b square. So I'm gonna use that expression. Let me write it down for your reference. So it will be a minus b parenthesis square is equal to a square plus 2 times, actually not plus, but it will be minus, so it will be minus here, 2 times a times b plus b square, and that is the equation. You can note that equation down. I'm gonna wipe it off and continue our solution. So it will be 3 times 4x square will be 16x square minus 2 times 4x times negative 1 will give you 8x plus 1 and plus 7 here. And if now you have to use the distributive property here, distribute 3 over this parenthesis and then combine the like terms, so ultimately you will get 48x square minus 8x, not 8 but 24 in this case right here. So let me go ahead and wipe that down. It will be 3 multiplied by negative 8, it will be negative 24x plus 3 plus 7. So this is my last answer. Now I have to combine the terms, so I'll go ahead on the next page and calculate that. So FOG of x will be 48x square minus 24x and plus 3 plus 7 will give you plus 10, and this is my answer for FOG of x. I'm gonna go ahead and calculate GOF of x. So here I'm gonna write down, which is basically equal to g of f of x, right? And I'm gonna replace f of x with the term of f of x, which is in this case 3x square plus 7. You can see it right here. Then I'm gonna solve this. I'm gonna replace x in g term, which is right here, with this term right here, 3x squared plus 7 in this case. So I will get 4 times 3x squared plus 7 minus 1. And if you use the distributive property here on 4, you will get 4 times 3 will give you 12x squared plus 28 minus 1, and your answer will be 12x squared plus 27, and this is my GOF of x, GOF of x. Alright, so this is one example on composition. We'll take another look at another example, which is right here. You can pause the video and try it out yourself, and you can confirm your answers later, whether you got the correct answers or not. So I'm going to go ahead and solve these questions. So it is first I'm going to calculate FOG of x, which is f of g of x. F of g of x in this case is 6x minus 1. I'm going to replace x in f of x with 6x minus 1, so I will get 2 times 6x minus 1 plus 7, which came from right here. Alright, and then I'm gonna write down my answer, which will be distributive property here to 12x minus 2 plus 7, and my final answer will be 12x plus 5. So this is FOG of x. I'm gonna go ahead and calculate GOF of x, which is g of f of x. F of x in this case is 2x plus 7, and then g of x is 6x minus 1, so I'm going to replace x with 2x plus 1, so you will get 6 2x plus 7 minus 1. If I solve this, I'm going to get 12x plus 42 minus 1. I use the distributive property, distributed 6 over this parenthesis right here, and my final answer will be 12x, combining the like terms, so 12x plus 41, and this is my answer for GOF of x. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video.